What's good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy AnnoyingTV. As you guys can see, I just got back from playing NBA 2K18, and what you guys wanted to talk about the most was dribbling. So this is what we're gonna do, y'all. Alright, we're gonna try and aim for 10,000 likes. Alright, y'all. Once we aim for 10,000 likes on this video, I will drop the next video about 2K18. Okay, I'm gonna go into in-depth detail about each topic that we're talking about. For instance, defense, dribbling, shot meter, you know what I mean? A lot of other YouTubers have put out content because I've said it, but it's more into detail. Like the way they were explaining it was so wrong, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna explain all of that to you guys in videos, okay? I'm going to in-depth detail. So, NBA 2K18 dribbling. Alright, so first off, let's talk about the gameplay, alright? The gameplay, it felt, well, let me not say feel, that's wrong. It looks a lot like NBA 2K17, but the feel is way different, okay? The feel is way different. Now for dribbling, alright? There was a problem last year with like playmakers and excessive guards just spamming. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. RIP dribble gods in the comment section. It's done. Dribble gods are over, okay? They're done, over. They're gone, okay? So the first thing I tried to do in NBA 2K18 was the hot step jumper, okay? If you guys don't know, it's when you hit square or X on Xbox and you do a hot step to the left. Now it's making you shoot the ball when you do a hot step, okay? So when you do a hot step, it's like NBA 2K15. For most of you guys who have played NBA 2K15, you guys have ever tried a hot step on NBA 2K15, it just makes you gather and pull up for a shot, okay? But in 2K17 or in 2K16, when you do a hot step, you can just glide to the other side and keep doing your combos. You can't do that anymore, okay? Every time you do a hot step, it will be a jump shot, okay? You can do a regular hot step without, you know what I'm saying, with comboing your stuff together, but it's way much slower. Like, you're not gonna have that boost like that, alright? And speaking of boost, there is speed boosting in the game. It's a little bit slower. When I felt it, it was a little bit slower and different. There's still the same 2K17 dribble moves like Elite 3, Rhythm Dribble. Russell Westbrook has a new dribble. And another thing that I noticed was ankle breakers, okay? Ankle breakers have been toned down a lot. Like, it's extremely hard to break ankles, which I love that. I love it, I love it, I love it, man. It's extremely hard to break ankles. I played the game for about 6 to 8 hours, and I only got one ankle breaker animation, and that's good, you know what I'm saying? And that's because I really got him. Like when I got him, when I did my moves with Chris Paul, he didn't even fall. He did a little spin-a-rooney. Yeah, that's what he did, okay? So falling is like cut out. As far as dribbling, you get more possession of the ball, okay? And I was even telling the devs a little bit that they kinda just attack. Like, I like it in the game, but they need to tone it down a tiny bit, okay? And the reason why I said a tiny bit is because it's kind of harder to get steals, okay? It's way harder to get steals. So the first thing I noticed is that, y'all know that animation when you inbound the ball in NBA 2K18, and when you inbound the ball, you just throw it, like you throw it and then dribble, that animation is gone. You can't do that, alright? So, how can I explain that animation more? Okay, you know when you grab the ball off the inbound, and then you turbo, you hit R2 or RT, and like your guy will throw the ball and it'll always bounce off somebody's leg or something like that. That animation is gone. Also, an animation when like you play really tight defense on a person who's dribbling, you play really tight defense and like it just makes them lose the ball. That animation is gone too. Like, you really keep, hold on y'all, you really keep the ball in your hands, okay? That's one thing I noticed, that you really keep the ball in the hand. Like, it's really hard to lose the ball, which I like. I like that you have more, like, you know what I'm saying, more possession of the ball, so it's less turnovers. But at the same time, it's like you can't, like, they can't even rip you. Like, I was telling the devs, like, yo, you can't even get a steal animation. Like, they still have the normal steal animations, but it's not the animations that we think it is, alright? Like, you know those animations that it makes you, like, you know when you reach too much that it makes you pick up the ball? I didn't see that one time. You know what I mean? I didn't see that one time because players really keep possession of the ball. Like, they really keep possession of the ball. Alright, if this video hits 10,000 likes, I'm going to talk about defense. But as far as dribbling, anything else that I noticed, because you guys know I'm not really a dribble head or a dribble god, but it takes a lot of stamina every time you do a size up, okay, or a dribble move or whatever you want to call it. Like if you do Elite 3, it takes a quarter of your stamina. If you do Rhythm Dribble, it takes a quarter of your stamina, and there's like 4 quarters. So I would say you can only do about 4 dribble moves until you're blinking, which I like. I like that a lot. Oh, another thing is that you know how in 2K17 you can combo a lot, like you can combo out of anything. Like you can literally dribble forever. And 2K18 it's not like that. Like you're gonna get a pause animation. Like let's say if I do a step back, I can't just instantly do it in between the legs or something. I gotta instantly, you know what I'm saying? It's a pause. There's like a pause animation that won't allow you to do any other combo outside of that. But don't get me wrong, it feels a lot like 17 dribbling. Like they still got the same 17 dribble animations in the game. They added more, but it's just the fact that when you do your dribble moves, it's not a long pause, but you have to wait until you gain stamina to do another dribble move, if that makes sense. Like when you're blinking, because like I said, each dribble move does it takes like a quarter of your stamina. So when you're blinking red, you're not gonna be able to do all those shifty moves you were doing before, like you were spamming. And in NBA 2K17, you could do that. It was just slower. Like if you ran out of stamina in 2K17, you could still do a momentum. You could still do a, you know what I'm saying? Woo-woo. But in 18, it's like you basically just like walking with the ball. That's what I noticed. And also, there's still momentum in the game. Momentum is kind of harder to do, at least for me. Dimes and Timely, the pro-am players who went, they got it down pat, but it was a little bit harder for me to do, but it's still the same way. Flick the right stick left, flick the right stick right. Left right cheese, that's what we was gonna talk about. Left right cheese is definitely reduced. Alright, so Tiffy World Drain, you know, you my guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Hollywood, I'm gonna put you in this video, but yeah. I'm sorry, buddy, but yeah, it's very toned down, bro. Like, but the left-right shooting, I can say left-right shooting, it ain't really bad. But we'll talk about shooting in another video. Like I said, if this hits 10,000 likes, we're gonna see what you guys want. Let me know in the comment section. You guys want shooting next? Talk about the shot meter and stuff like that. I've already announced that there's different color meters, but like I said before, like, other people have posted videos about it, but it's not how you think it is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk about that a little bit, but the dribbling was fine, bro. But the left right's definitely been reduced. You can't really left right like you could in 17. I tried it and it just like it's still a cheese to me, but it's not effective at all. Like you can lock it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? You clamp somebody up real quick off a left right. Other than that, another thing I noticed with dribbling is like when you drive, your player puts his head down. Like when you drive, like I was using Isaiah Thomas, he was very quick, he's 5'9", and every time I was dribbling with him, like doing dribble moves, blah blah blah, and I would drive into the paint, Isaiah Thomas would put his head down when he was driving, you know what I mean? Because of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he's going in, you know what I mean? I definitely like that feature. I definitely think it needs to be kept in the game. But other than that, like I said before, the game, like dribbling wise, it feels a lot like 17. It's just polished. It's just polished, you know what I mean? It feels like the finishing product. I'm gonna say that, you know what I'm saying? It feels like the finishing product. The dribbling, the one thing I like the most about it is the pause, okay? There's a pause in it. Like I really hated spammers last year. Like when people used to, I talked about it in the stream as well. You guys can check me out on Twitch. Link will be in the description. But I really hated like spammers who just spam dribble moves. Like I hated it. Like I really hated it. And you can't spam that much, because like I said, you can only do about 4 combos before you start blinking. You know what I mean? Which I like. You know what I'm saying? I really like that. It takes a quarter of your stamina like each dribble move. But that's one thing I definitely paid attention to. Feels a lot like 17, man. It feels a lot like it. It's just different. It's just polished. Like it feels like a finishing product of 17, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said before, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's really all I had to say about dribbling. You definitely keep the ball a lot. Like you really keep the ball a lot in your hands, y'all. Like it's very hard to get a rip or very hard to steal somebody. Like very hard. But you keep the ball in your hands most of the time. They removed all the turbo throwing animation. Yeah, they removed all of that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys want me to talk about next? jump shot meters, jump shots in general, Lonzo Ball, defense. Let me know in the comment section, man, what you guys want to see, man. But yeah, it's your boy AnnoyingTV. Let's hit 10,000 likes on this video. I'm out. Gang.